Tangerine Dream, Rubycon. Tangerine Dream was signed to Virgin Records at the time when Virgin Records were hippie heroes who had found the goose that had laid the golden egg, and that golden egg was Tubular Bells. I am not sure if they had high hopes for Tangerine Dream when they signed them, being a trio of synthesizer players that had no drummer or vocalist. They were not an obvious signing, but they went on to sell a lot of records and sell out tours. It cannot have just been bought by hippies skinning up in squats to their hypnotic krautrock drones. They also appealed to serious listeners. They were almost like a classical ensemble. Each of the lengthy pieces is a soundscape of soothing analog synthesizers, played over pulsing bass. Being pre-digital, nothing sounds at all harsh. We had heard it all before. Pink Floyd had a number of pulsing songs with swirling sounds shooting across the stereo. Hawkwind had long been making whooshing and bubbling sounds by filtering and modulating noise sources. Fellow krautrock or kosmischer music pioneers Kraftwerk were very successful at making electronic sounds. But all these other acts had drums, either acoustic or electronic. Tangerine Dream might have sounded more serious because there were no drums. It sounded like an electronic string ensemble. Nowadays it sounds like EDM without a rhythm, though the sequenced bass lines can be very hypnotic. I even found the second side of this album to be slightly disorientating, though at first I was not sure if I was just listening to side one again. I am known to suffer from insomnia, and during one severe bout I was advised to try a self-administered treatment called brain entrainment. This involves listening to long pieces of synth music called binaural beats that have been composed to feed different frequencies into each ear, resulting in an interference tone inside the head, which would affect the signals within the brain or something like that. These pieces are called isochronic tones and they reminded me of Tangerine Dream. And that may be why the Tangs, as we jokingly called them at the time, were popular with more than just stoners. Where the other krautrock bands seem to be looking for an industrial sound, in their less rhythmic moments Tangerine Dream seemed to be trying to conjure up a gloomy pastoral effect. Like the soundtrack to a film of nature reclaiming a landscape savaged by warfare. Rubycon, Tangerine Dream.